Hi, hi, hi. Excellent connection. All right. Can you all hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Please like the live stream when you're coming in. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Hello, Divine. How are you doing? Good evening. Good evening. Okay, I think it's clear. Yeah, so I think it's clear. Good evening. Welcome. All right, so let's start off. I hope you all are doing great. All right, so please like this live stream when you're coming in, like the live stream. All right, so let's get into the topic of today. I hope you all have watched the head-to-head challenge. You know, the African head-to-head, the African um, countries head-to-head challenge yesterday. Yeah, it was held yesterday. I think yesterday they had the American and Africa region. So I think Americans came up first before the African region, and it was very, very emotional. Like seriously, guys, it was so, so emotional. And I felt the stories of each of the contestants. In fact, I had to watch it again today, and I was like, it's so difficult for me to choose the best. It's so difficult because the stories were so, so personal, and it was so touching. In fact, it got me so emotional that you begin to relinquish your own experiences. You talk about your own experiences, that as a woman, what you experienced, growing up and all. So it's so, so touching, and I felt like it's things. There are things that are prevalent in our society. Those stories that they mentioned, those um, you know social vices and all that they mentioned that affected their life is more or less like what is happening in society. It's still happening today, and I feel like this. Okay, so you can hear me. Okay, thank you. I feel like these are stories that we can actually relate to, you know. But I have my top five. I have my top five based in the head-to-head challenge. It was so difficult for me to even choose because the stories were so, so touching, and they were stories that affected the society that we live in, especially here in Africa, where there's a lot of social vices that are affecting the youth, and especially women. Okay, so it's so difficult for me to choose, but I just chose the top five based on the experience and based on how it's going to affect the society, how their stories, how they're going to turn around the situation, in their various societies, if they are given the chance or if they are given the support needed by Miss World. All right, so I don't know if any of you have watched that's the videos of all the African contestants. I don't know how many of you have watched it, but for me, it was so emotional, it was so touching. Anyway, let me not talk too much. Let me get on to my top five. um in fifth place, I have Zambia. She talked about early marriage and RAPE. How she was, how she was molested and how she was taken advantage of at a young age, and she was also she had issues with early marriage. She was pushed to, get married early, but she was able to overcome that. So those are the things that really, really affect women here, especially here in Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria, where these ladies are subjected to early marriage without their consent. So I think those are the things that still affects us in especially here in Nigeria and also in Africa in general. So Miss Zambia's head to Beauty the Purpose, she delivered it very well, and I felt like she was just so eloquent, and she was emotional as well because she was talking from experience, she was speaking from experience. So I think she's number 5 on my list. All right, so I think I will just talk about the my top 5 before I read your comments. Okay. All right, so that's number 5 on my list. Zambia. She was very. It was very touching. What she went through and how she was taken advantage of and everything. All right, so she's number 5 on my list. So number 4, going forward, number 4 is Nigeria. Tiwa, Queen Tiwa. You guys know that Queen Tiwa had a very you know, she had a painful experience growing up, losing her mom. So that was one of her bits that her in fact that's more or less like the main um theme of our Beauty with the Purpose project. Okay, so she was talking about maternal health, maternal mortality rate here in Nigeria, which is very high. Can you guys hear me? I hope you all can hear me very well. Yeah, so she was talking about maternal health, maternal mortality, which is very high here in Nigeria because a lot of women they don't have access to good health care. So most times, out of 10, we have 8 women having complications, or probably, let's say, 6 to 7 men having complications after childbirth. And, due to lack of health care, they end up, unaliving. So I think that maternal mortality is a very serious issue here in Nigeria. So that needs to be tackled. And also, she talked about health care, general health care, and education of education, trying to get health. Sorry, trying to educate the younger ones. For those of us that understand what it means um, to how would I put it, like what it means not to have education, as at an early age is very in a sad situation that a lot of children are out of school, due to poverty, due to lack of, parental guidance, or due to lack of, just lack of money or poverty in general. Okay, so she's also advocating for education. Education is very important. Okay, so she's trying to make sure that a lot of young children, like, they have access to quality education. Okay, so that's what she's advocating for, aside from healthcare, which of course is very important. And she also mentioned, growing up without a mother, how it affected her. So I felt like, Nigeria's Beauty the Post project is very personal and very important. So healthcare and education are two important things in society that, you know, children or everybody everybody is expected to have, good health care. You are expected to have access to good health care. Okay, so that is what she's advocating for through her foundation, the Omoluabi Foundation. Okay, she uses that to affect, the society positively. All right, so I think with, the way she even presented it, she was on point. She even was able to present before the time frame given to them. I think they had about 4 minutes to present um, their Beauty with the Post project. Okay, so she was able to finish up before the 4 minutes mark, and I will applaud her for that. She was very precise and concise, and she delivered very well. Okay, so she's number 4 on my list. All right, so going forward, I have Cameroon. Yes, Cameroon. Her advocacy, or rather, her Beauty Post project, is all about breast cancer. And to me, I think that this issue is very important because a lot of women in Africa, suffer from breast cancer, and it's something that needs more awareness because not a lot of people have that much awareness that they when they feel certain things in their bodies and all that, they need to go and check for checkup. Most people start treating it in the native way and whatever. So I feel like you need to you need more awareness so that when such things happen. I think they have a breast cancer awareness month. I think that's in the month of I think October also. That's when they usually have breast cancer awareness month also. I think it's the month of October here in Nigeria. So I think that at this point, breast cancer is something that we need to also the awareness um, needs to be you know put out there so that a lot of more people will have knowledge about it. Okay, so I think her project is something that is very very relatable and very very important, as women. All right, so she's number three on my list. So going forward, number two on my list is Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe mentioned, or she talked about mental health, how it affects the youth in society, and I feel like this is very very important because a lot of youth now they are suffering from mental health, and because of the fact that they don't have the right guidance or they don't have the right um, um, yes, right guidance, the right people to talk to them, they go into drugs. And those things, they are not good for your mental health. Okay, they even make it worse. So at that point, when you are suffering from that, from mental health, you need all the guidance and you need all the support that you can get. Okay, so most of them, when you don't have the support, they go into drugs and they go into a lot of other social vices. So mental health is something that is very important because a lot of in fact, almost everybody at some point have gone through the same issue. Sometimes it can living, in this kind of in this society, especially here in Africa and Nigeria, can be so overwhelming. So many people have mental issue and they don't know about it. They think that is a normal thing. So many people suffer from panic attacks, suffer from a lot of things, and so I think mental health. We need to advocate more for mental health, and we need to let the youth know that they are not alone and they can seek for help whenever you're having such issues. All right, so that is number two. Zimbabwe's yeah advocacy on mental health is number two on my list. So finally, number one for me that touched me is Miss Somalia. She talked about female genital mutilation. Okay, she talked about how she was also affected, and in fact, she used herself as an example. And it was so touching. In fact, I don't want to go into the details, but you guys know that female genital mutilation is something that a lot of some societies here in Nigeria still practice, despite the effort of WHO and some other non-government organizations to stop that practice. Some societies still, some small societies and some parts of Nigeria still practice it till date, and it's very very bad. It's not a good practice, and for her to have gone through that, it's so touching, and it's going to really affect her mentally, affect her physically, and a whole lot. So it's something that it's going to live with her for a long time. So so it was so touching when she was even talking about it. They had to console her. Even Julia Molly herself, our big mommy, she had to walk up to her and give her a hug, consoling her and all that. So it was so touching, and I felt like Somalia's Beauty Post project is very 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 important in the society that we live in today because, like I said, it's still they still practice this female genital mutilation, and it's not a good practice, and it's something that we need to create more awareness on and try and stop this practice. It's not a good practice. So I feel like she has a very good and strong cause. I see her. She might win this Beauty the Post project, although I've not seen the other regions like Europe and Asia. So I don't know. I don't know how far, but at the end of the day, I feel like she is number one from Africa at this point to win the head-to-head challenge and also the Beauty with the Post project. Okay, so let's keep our fingers crossed. And yes, so these are my top five. I don't know. Like I said in the beginning, it was so difficult for me to pick this top five, but at the same time, I feel like those are the ones that really, really touched me. In fact, all of them, they were all so touching. It was an emotional presentation. especially from the African region. Okay, but at the same time, I feel like this particular top five are what has more impact in the society. Okay, so these are my top five. And if you're watching me, who do you think um are your top five, or who do you think are your best in the head-to-head challenge? All right, so with that being said, let me read some of your comments. All right, Divine said it was amazing. It was an amazing one. I really enjoyed it, but I think that why Nigeria has been trending lots. I've been trending lots of pageant blog is because her story was really emotional, but she was so strong and amazing. Exactly, she was so strong. She was not really emotional. Sorry, guys. She was not really as emotional as the other contestants, but she was so strong, and she gave a strong answer. Right. So kudos to her. I wish her all the best. If I don't know. At this point, the result has not been released yet, so I don't know how far she she has gone in if she made the top five. But hopefully, I think, or I'm hoping she makes the top five. All right, so the divine said, I loved every one of it, no doubt, but it was as if everyone was playing that emotional card. Hmm, it's not easy because most times if you are, or I would like to like if it's your personal experience, you are bound to be emotional because it's your personal experience. So that's why I said that is for some persons it can be emotional. For some persons it can just be like, okay, that is what they felt like they should project out there. All right. So for that emotional card there, some people are saying that that is that they were using it to gain attention. But I felt like, like I said before, now if your own personal experience, you become emotional about it. So for me, it's because that this the situation or the nature of what they're talking about is emotional. I think that's why they got emotional. But to me, I don't think they were really playing that emotional card though. Although there were some persons that felt like, some of them they were too overly emotional. But if you are not in that shoe, they said if you don't wear the shoe, now who wear shoe now you know where the pinch am. Shey you understand? So if you no wear that shoe, you no go know say the thing dey pain. So na so e be. Everybody we get our own story to tell. So na because you never tell your own story, when you dey talk your own story, you go know say e dey emotional to you. You go know say this story, this you will start reliving the moments or what you suffered or what you went through at that time. So when they remember what they went through, they get emotional. So I don't blame them, Sha. I don't really blame them. All right. Let me go into let me read more comments. All right, Kesta, how are you doing? You're welcome to my channel. So Kesta said, Kesta mentioned Somalia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Nigeria, and South Africa were the best for me. All right. So Namibia, what did Namibia talk about? I can't remember. But it was so touching as well. South Africa, she talked about children, orphanage children, and all. She mentioned um, um, the children in the orphanage. That's what South Africa mentioned. Okay, so that's to me it's cliche. It's cliche because we all know that we all know about that. So it's not something. It was not really a personal experience, but I still felt like it's still more like most people talk about it. So it's not a new thing. Yeah, that orphanage homes and all that. So, anyway, all right. So let me read some of your comments. Um. So, guys, are these your top five? Somalia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Nigeria, and South Africa. Well, not bad, not bad. Like I said, everybody did well. Though. All of them did very well. But I felt like this my top five. They're the ones that stood out to me, Sha. Kester said, with what I'm seeing so far, Miss World might be coming to Africa. This batch of girls are very smart and outspoken. Exactly. None of them, even the ones that spoke French, they were articulate and they were eloquent. So I felt like this batch of girls, they're very strong. So at this point, it's very difficult for me to even pinpoint who the continental queen is going to be. At this point, it's very difficult for me to predict the continental queen because all of them they really did very well. They did exceptionally well, and I feel like coming into the competition, I was telling you guys, I don't know if I said it, was it on this live stream or on one of my videos? I said that we might get our Miss World from either Africa or Asia. That's what I'm. That's those are the two continents that I feel like the next Miss World might come from. Okay, from my own perspective, or I'm just like it's more or less like something that I think might happen. All right, Kester said Somalia alongside South Africa, Nigeria, and Namibia are my leading contenders from Africa. Okay, so your contenders are Somalia, South Africa, Nigeria, and Namibia. Fine, it's all good, but at this point it's hard for me to really predict. But I will talk about my standouts as well. So that's going to be on my final prediction video because I have a video coming up. My top 10 final prediction from African region. Okay, so that one is another one. Then I'll talk about my continental uh, crown and laps. That one is going to be inside that video as well. So you guys should expect that video probably after the what they call it, the top model competition and the Beauty with the Purpose project competition as well. So and talent, I think I will do that after or towards the grand finale. That's when I'll talk about my top 10 finalists from Africa. Ifeanyi, Austin Ifeanyi, how are you doing? You're welcome to my channel. All right, so please like this video. You're coming to like this video. Austin said, Julia Molly can see right through their emotion. She can tell what's real and what's made up. Exactly. Because she has been there now. She has been, you she knows, she has seen a lot of, stories. She has heard a lot of stories. So she knows who is making it up and who is really showing their true emotions. Okay, so for me, I felt like Somalia was not really, she was not faking it. You understand? Somalia was not faking it. She was not faking it at all. She wasn't faking it because it happened to her. It's her own personal experience. How she was, how she suffered the FGM. Okay, so I feel like it was what she went through. She's talking about her own experience. So the pain, she, um when she remembers the pain she went through, she was bound to be emotional. Okay, so I understand her, and I felt like to me her own emotional um, outburst is understandable. It's understandable. All right. So Divine said, I just pray that Miss World comes to Africa. We have we are sending strong contenders. Exactly. Exactly. To me, we have strong contenders from the African region. And like I said, I hope that your prayer comes to pass because that's what I'm praying for too. And Miss World will come to Africa because it's been a while we had the Miss World crown. So at least Europe has gotten it back to back now. So I don't know. At this point, I don't know if they will crown another European, but I think it's between, for me, I think it's between Asia and Africa this time around. Austin Fine said, if Africa doesn't clinch the title, okay, if Africa doesn't clinch the title, I want Thailand to win. Thailand, yes, Thailand is another strong contender, but there's a lot of controversy surrounding her. From the controversy after Miss Universe. She left Miss Universe and went onto Miss World. So without relinquishing her crown. You guys know the story, and I don't need to talk too much. You guys already know the story. So me, I feel like that is another. She's a strong contender for me, no doubt. But I think that controversy surrounding her might impede her chances. That is what I think. I don't know. But to me, I feel like might impede her chances. But I see her doing very well because her Beauty the Post project is also very personal because she's also fighting against breast cancer, of which she had similar issues. Okay, so I think that she has a relatable story as well. So she might get the crown, but with this controversy surrounding her, I doubt. But it's not a criteria, shall. I'm not saying it's a criteria, but I'm just saying that. Another thing again, I heard the rumors that Miss World is also projecting her to win, but some persons are saying that it's a lie. That's not true. That they just I don't know, sha. A lot of rumors are coming up, like, making the rounds, but I'm not sure about it too. Well, let's see how it goes. Kesta said Thailand surprisingly isn't doing up to the fire Philippines is bringing. The Filipino girl looks like a Miss Universe material, but her standing out so far was not what I was expecting. Okay, her and India. For me, Sha, Philippines is another strong contender. I think if you watched my most projected video, most projected and expert opinion, I think I did that video. That was the last video I posted. If you watch that video, you know that from the Asia region, it is between Philippines and Thailand. Those are the two countries that are really projecting from the Asia region to win. So either of these girls might get the continental title or might win the pageant. So for me, it's between if I'm to I don't know. It's difficult to choose between Philippines and Thailand at this point. Oh. I don't know. I don't know who to choose between the two of them because they look similar. They feel so similar. They have the similar vibes. They have this resemblance, this special resemblance as well. But they are beautiful. They are beautiful ladies. And for me, if I'm to choose, I don't know. At this point, I love Thailand's calmness. I love her innocence. I love her beauty. I love her just her total demeanor. But the same thing with Philippines as well. Philippines too, she has the most beautiful face. Like in this competition, Philippines has the most beautiful face. So I talked about it in my video as well. She has the most beautiful face, and out of the two, it's hard to choose. It's hard to choose because each of them they are beautiful in their own way, and they are both very strong. So at this point, it's even hard for me to choose between Thailand and Philippines. It's hard. It's difficult. It's difficult for me to choose. All right, so let me read some of the comments. Thailand might not go far because of the Miss Universe saga and Miss World hate drama. And that's what I'm saying now. That if Miss World overlooks that, she might have a chance. But if they look at it and say, "Oh, crowning such a person might bring in controversy," then they might just prefer to stay away. Because if you know Miss World, they don't like drama. They hate anything drama. So that is the only thing stopping Thailand. But apart from that, Thailand is a very strong contender. But with this controversy, I don't know. I doubt at this point. I doubt. I doubt. I doubt. So guys, that's it though. I'm not gonna spend much time in this live stream. So it's just those are my top contenders. And it's a tough one. It's a tough one because there are a lot of criteria or there are a lot of criteria that the judges used to, you know, to score these ladies. Okay, so they look at your presentation skills. They look at your and how you go straight to the point. They look at time management as well. They look at your dressing. They look at your general your general dispensation. Like how will I put it? Your general outlook. Okay, so that is what they used to judge. Okay, so there's so many things, criteria, and also how your project is going to impact the society. Because if you guys know Miss World, they always give out funds to the best to support their project. So you're looking at a project that is going to affect the society massively. Okay, so let's see who they're going to support this time around. Because last year Nigeria was also chosen as the top five. I think Nigeria got to the top five in the head-to-head challenge. Okay, and she got a fund. I think $10,000 or $5,000. I can't remember. I think it's $5,000 that she got from Miss World. So that particular fund is what they used to, to help their projects, to fund their project, to bring it to fruition, to help to support the project, their beauty the post project. Okay, so that is what judges are looking at. They're looking at a project that has impact, how you deliver your project and all that. So it's up to the judges at this point, but it's going to be difficult for I don't know, maybe probably amongst my top five we might get a winner for the head-to-head challenge. Okay, But let's see how it goes, because the judges have their own criteria. Like I mentioned, they're also looking at time management, and they're looking at so many other things. So it's not about, your project, how you deliver your project, but how the project is going to impact the society. Okay, so that's another dimension, or that's another way to look at it as well. So let's see how it goes. I wish all the ladies best of luck, especially from the African region, because it's a tough one. It's a tough one. So I don't, at this point, I don't really know, um, you know, who is going to get it to Continental Queen, because they are all so beautiful and they are eloquent. So but I hope that from my top five, at least we'll have a winner from the top five. From my top five standouts in the head-to-head challenge, I just hope we have a winner from there, and that's it. So Kester was asking a question. He said, "If I may ask, what's the difference between head-to-head challenge and beauty the post contest?" I think the head-to-head challenge has to do with your presentation, how you are able to present your beauty the post project, because they are looking at your eloquence, your stage presence, your time management, and how you can convince the judges to pick your project. That is what you're looking for in the head-to-head challenge. And also, another thing again, they're looking at how well you can speak, your speaking skills, how you can convince the judges, so many other things. They're looking at your eloquence as well, so that is what they're looking for. That is the major impact of the head-to-head challenge. Then the beauty of the post project is the project that is most touching, that that has more impact in society. Okay, that is what they're looking at. I think, if you have been following Miss Ward, they've been posting the videos, their beauty the post videos on their YouTube page. Okay, so that is it. Those particular videos are what judges use to pick out the best, um, the best video or the best project that will impact the society. Okay, so that is. I don't know if you understand the difference here. So if you understand, let me know. But I think I've explained it to the best of my knowledge. All right, so Stefani said, this year's pageant will send shockwaves. There will be a lot of upset, and the unpredictability of Miss World is what makes it fun and interesting. Exactly. It's going to share. If you watched my video that I posted yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. It's going to be difficult to predict the next Miss World. Is going to be difficult because this year we have a lot of strong ladies. Aside from the African continent, did you listen to Europe and Americas and Asia? If you listen to them, you know that it's not all about. There's a lot of other ladies that have, you know, projects that are so touching. So it's difficult on the judge. I don't know how they're going to cope. I don't know how judges are going to cope. But at this point, the winner of this pageant, I cannot tell you guys that I can 100% predict the winner. It's not possible. Miss World is, like I said, he's going to send shock waves. So it's going to be a lot of upsets. Most people that you are looking at today might not even make it to the top 10. I'm sorry, top 12 or top 5. So it's very good. It's going to be a very unpredictable pageant. We should expect a lot of upsets. Okay, so expect a lot of upset, and also, um, Miss World is a very Miss World is more or less like is more into charity. They are more into, you cannot really tell what they are even looking out for this year. That's just the truth. Each year they keep changing, what they are, you cannot really pinpoint, oh, this is what Miss World is looking for, or this is the candidate that really, really fits. Even if you say a person that fits into the prototype, at the end of the day, that person might not really get to the, might not get the crown. So it's very unpredictable. A lot of things, a lot of upset. We should expect a lot of upset. And for me, um, on that finals day, that's when we'll know who is who. That's when we'll know who is who. So I cannot really say anything for now. Kester said, Somalia is definitely grabbing it then. Thanks. It's not about that though. It's not about being okay. What is she grabbing actually? Is it the crown, or she's getting the head-to-head challenge, or she's getting the beauty the post project? Which one is she getting? Or which one do you think she's gonna grab? Please be specific. Kester. Kester, please be specific on what she's gonna grab. Be specific, please. I hope you guys can hear me, because my mic. Okay, my mic is still on. My mic is still on. Yes, I said anyone that wins. Okay, yes, I said anyone that wins the head-to-head challenge will definitely be the one to beat. Cause almost, no, it's not by that though. Miss World, I say no understand Miss World. Though. It's not by who wins the head-to-head challenge. You exactly, you understand. It's not by who wins the head-to-head challenge, but at least it's a plus for you if you win the head-to-head challenge. At least it's is a plus for you, and it's an achievement. That you take back to your country. Okay, so that's just it. But it's not a criteria that whoever wins the head-to-head challenge from each of the continents will go to the top 10 or will get the continental queen title. It doesn't work like that. Guess I said anyone that okay. Beauty with a purpose, that's what she's grabbing. Oh, okay. Yes. I see her as one of the strong contenders too for that project, for the Beauty with a Purpose project. I feel like she has a very strong cause, and Miss Ward will want to fund her project so that she can also impact the women in Somalia. She can also help them, stop this illegal practice. Okay, because to me, that is illegal. It's been banned by the WHO. So I think that they will want to fund her project, and she will be amongst the beneficiaries of their grants. Okay, so I see her as one of the beneficiaries of the grants. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. So I think Miss World will fund her project, and you know, it will help her to be able to make an impact back home in Somalia. All right, guys. So that's it for today. I don't have much to say. I just have about 4 minutes to go. Yeah, I have 4 minutes to go. So if you have anything to say, please comment down below. And for you guys that are still watching, most of you you've not told me who your standouts are. You also know who your standouts are. Who do you think is definitely going to stand out? Who are your standouts? So now the head-to-head challenge has been, concluded. So we are looking forward to the top model competition that's going to take place very soon, and also the talent competition, the finals of the talent competition, and the Beauty with the Purpose project. Okay, so uh, those are the three sub competitions that are left. Okay, so we are waiting for the results of this head-to-head challenge. We hope that Nigeria, gets to the top five, hopefully, like we did last year. I wish Quintiwa all the best of luck, and also the other continents, the other countries from Africa as well. I wish them all the best in their journeys. Okay. All right, so guys, I'll be ending the live stream here. Thank you all for joining me, and for those of you that are going to be watching, who are your standouts from the African region? And yeah, who do you think stands a chance to get to the top 10 from the African region? Okay, so if you are watching, please comment down below your thoughts and your standouts or favorites in the head-to-head challenge. Okay, so guys, we'll come to the end of this video. Thank you all for joining me on today's live stream. Divine Ebiama, thank you so much for taking out time to join me. Kesta and Austin Ifeanyi, thank you so much for your comments and for the engagement. And I'll see you all in my next live stream. Maybe later in the week. Today's Wednesday, okay? Yeah, maybe Friday I'll do another live stream. Okay, depends on what is happening. So far, Miss Ara Nigeria is coming up. Sorry, Miss Ara International is coming up on the 23rd. Okay, the grand finale is coming up on the 23rd. So you guys should also expect my review on Miss Ara. What do you call it? Miss Ara preliminary competition performance. I'll do a review on that tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, so let's see how it goes. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me, and good night, sweet dreams. Bye.